So, I did a little sleuthing. And I want to preference this. I did this sleuthing in March and April of 2022 to the middle of June of 2022. And then again in September, October, and November. And halfway through December. I call it an inflation investigation. And I went to a very unique location for this investigation. One that many of you wouldn't think to go as a gauge and barometer to inflation in America. I did it at several 7-Eleven convenience stores in Seattle, Washington. And here's parts of my initial findings of my inflation investigation. It is my belief and assumption that we, the citizenry, we, the people, are being gouged, price gouged, for nearly everything. Look, a bag of Doritos at 7-Eleven. The little bag is $2.99. The big bag is $5.99. One bag of Doritos, $3 for a little bag. A big bag, $6. And that's not after tax. That's before tax. So a big bag of Doritos at 7-Eleven can run you $6.37. Do you know? Back in 2012, $6.37. It could get you 2 whole meals at Burger King and McDonald's. I'm glad I don't eat at many fast food locations. Occasionally, we'll go to Jack in the Box and get their French fries and onion rings. And then, that's one thing, groceries and food. But then I saw the condoms at 7-Eleven. $8 for a box of 8 condoms. $8 for 8 condoms. $1 a condom. No wonder sex is not happening in the Americas. People are being priced out of intimacy all across America. So sex is expensive. Potato chips are expensive. Toilet paper was inflated as well. And then we talk about supplies and supply chain issues. You know, the 7-Elevens that remain open, many of them closed. I don't know if you noticed that. Americans, a lot of 7-Elevens closed, at least in my locality. And you know, folks will try to say, folks will try to suggest that it's President Biden's fault or Vice President Harris's fault. Conservatives must think we've all contracted early onset amnesia. Do you all remember shortages and fights breaking out in the grocery stores over toilet paper in 2020? Donald Trump was president. Do you remember you couldn't find all-purpose bleach anywhere? Across America, there was a bleach shortage in 2020. You couldn't find batteries. Hand sanitizer was selling for $500 on Amazon. Paper towels was scarce in 2020. And the one shortage that did fall on the Biden-Harris watch, the baby formula, was quickly and easily resolved without Americans resorting to savagery. Much can be said about good leadership, and that trickling down to the citizenry, and vice versa. I must say, as an American, upon my return back to the country in mid-August of 2022, I was downright pissed off. At first I was confused. I went to a local Mediterranean restaurant. I ordered a falafel sandwich and French fries, and the total came up to $23. At first I was like, no, maybe they included a tip. And then I went back again, and it was $23 for a falafel sandwich and French fries in America. We know people cannot afford this. That was my inflation investigation. And now I have a theory. Are you all ready to hear my theory? My theory is this. Over the course of the summer, when I was away, you remember the Freedom Convoy? A bunch of American idiots who have Ford F-150s. And they had big old American flags on their Ford F-150s. And they rode all across America, spending hundreds, thousands of dollars to fill up their Ford F-150s, to ride with an American flag on the back of it. And the oil companies, that was when gas was $5.69 a gallon. So they made off like bandits with their money. They drove inflation up for gas over the summer. If they had to set their asses home, BP, ExxonMobil, Shell, they wouldn't have been able to gouge us like they did the entire summer. They said they made record profits, $100 billion. $50 billion of it probably came over the course of the 3 summer months, June, July, and August of 2022, when people wanted to play Patriot. You know what they say, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. My inflation investigation is not complete. But a large driving factor of inflation is toxic masculinity. Men behaving like juvenile boys with their toys. That's my initial inflation investigation.